Okay, we are back and we're heading back to Baker Street so that we can investigate the Divine Syndicate and this case of June 14th, 1889. Find out what exactly is going on there. Alright, so we're searching the archives. So we probably want to look in the newspapers. In 1889. Scandal at the Divine Syndicate. The Divine Syndicate Club followers of the group God King Trewan, situated on 48 Grosvenor Street, Carlton Road, protectors of plants and more particularly trees, are currently the subject of an administrative investigation. The leaders of this organisation are suspected of financial malfeasance. It may be that this investigation will lead to charges of jury. Meanwhile, the many voices have risen high against this inspection, denouncing the state. In fact, this private organisation, which has given its goal as the defence and protection of nature, and which incorporates many persons of influence, including political representatives of the opposition party.
Here it is.
This does sound like Poison Ivy. I think Poison Ivy's involved.
Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what they have against Montague Dunn.
I think Poison Ivy is involved. That is what I think. That is what I wholeheartedly believe.
This place is beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who could help us.
Ah, it's a Japanese thing. And we found a Japanese pot earlier. And also they're trying to claim that there's some kind of Japanese syndicate and they're trying to, like, they killed a guy. So that's not a great thing to do, but okay. Oh. That was my Amazon delivery. And if it had come like 3 minutes earlier, then I wouldn't have had to pause the game for it. Perfect timing, eh? Anyway. His suit's looking very red. I don't think it is red. I think it's just the colouring of this. It's like the sunlight here. Oh?
A fragment of a flower pot. Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
Kew Gardens.
Kew Gardens symbol.
It's a bit sus. Find out what the Divine Syndicate's concealing. There's a wee guy over here somewhere.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock.
My name is Cheryl.
I am exalting the sap. A while can you wait? From the trace of elements and moreover from the quality of the ambient geotropism it depends. Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance, do not disturb.
Disturbed is most definitely the word.
There. Completed is the symbiosis. Welcomed you are. To introduce myself, I am the Green Grand...
Why does he talk like Yoda?
The Green Grand Mystic. Himself.
This is me. Who am I speaking to?
We are two gentlemen who are extremely interested in the vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you?
Why is he talking like that?
We should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
It is a school of anastomosis, the divine scholastic syndicate for vegetation veneration and meditation. You may say, the divine syndicate, glory to the eukaryotic. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge.
Fuck is
are permitted
spermatophize?
to physically enter our vegetable kingdom.
Our vegetable kingdom. I feel like I'm high. What are they on about?
Must earn it. Yes.
Do I have to beat you in hand-to-hand combat?
Do you have friends at Kew Gardens?
None. Not worthy they are.
But what about your pots?
Nevertheless, we have seen Kew Gardens flower pots in your yard. How could they happen to be there?
What? Our sacred place you permitted yourself to search? Sacrilege.
No, really now. There was a theft of plants at Kew Gardens a matter of days ago, and we believe the pots we found here may be connected with it. Please tell us, were you involved?
No. Those plants were ours. They had stolen them.
I can
from
believe
us.
that.
How so?
Their director, Dump, I believe.
Done.
Yes, that's what I said. He borrowed from us 3 of our sisters for the exhibition at his green fly-infested
Funny, he's talking normally now.
but he never gave them back to us. Excuses and imbecility. So we went in and saved them.
I see. So, if you stole those rare plants from them, then it means... Ah, I get it. Bravo, Holmes. I think the case is...
I doubt it somehow.
No, we did not steal. We saved. Well, as a matter of fact, we were unable to find our 3 plants.
I beg your pardon. And yet you took all of the exotic plants from the stand.
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters, and so we stole theirs.
Tattoo, fingertip calluses, chemical practice.
Green Grand Mystic, we are ready to become devotees and gain access to your temple.
What is the name of our Lord? Our
Traywan.
Our God King's name is Traywan, Green Grand Mystic.
Oh, la. Good, good. I like you.
You like me, but a minute ago you were mad at me because I accused you of stealing.
To the wisdom place. Holy donation can you make whenever you so wish.
That's it, I just need to answer one question. I didn't need to defeat him in hand-to-hand combat.
A fertilizer substance. From the burdens of life, it helps to
A
free
fertilizer substance, you say?
But of course,
raw sap, it is called. It is near the entrance.
Was it also all over a dead man?
we will leave you to your meditation.
Sex stole everything. The Divine Syndicate stole all plants from the exhibition, including the deadly species. They could have used them in order to murder Mr. Montague. Done. The Divine Syndicate stole all but the deadly plants from the exhibition. Well, we don't really know yet, do we? I don't think I've really got evidence to confirm or deny either of those things. Bong.
That should be the raw sap that the Green Grand Mystic spoke of.
Yummy.
It is rather delicious, and of an excellent quality.
My word, Holmes. Their sap is like a form of cocaine.
Holmes would probably be fine with that, to be honest. Pretty in here.
This must be Trewan, the Divine Syndicate's god.
Osmosis and photosynthesis.
Why is he dressed like a magician?
Tree, praise it! You came to make a donation? Glory to Tree.
Anyway. Bye. Caterpillars.
Caterpillars. They are raised as food for certain plants. Let's take them.
Okay, we just took a whole bunch of caterpillars. That's normal. That's a normal thing to do. That thing there looks like that Pokemon.
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest. A tropical plant. Nothing of interest. A tropical plant. A tropical.
Want to guess? A tropical plant, nothing of interest?
A tropical. A tropical. These three
there we
plants
go.
are identical to the ones shown at the exhibition. I shall take them.
Where is he storing them? Like in his handbag? Like where is he putting 3 massive plants? Was that everything we needed to find here? It is. Wow, okay. Okay, so we do know now that these took the deadly plants. I'll get that in a minute. I kind of thought there would be more to explore here at
This door is locked, but
the Syndicate.
I can try to open it.
Oh, again with this pish. Oh, God. That doesn't actually line up though, does it? No. Like, though that bit does. The rest of it doesn't. So, that one does. No, it doesn't. Wait, what? It lines up there. Nope. Oh, wait, maybe? Aha, okay. Right, and then this one. Okay, that part's right. There we go. That one wasn't so bad. What's in here? Opium.
These instruments are used for smoking opium.
I mean, that explains a lot. They're all high as fuck. No wonder they all going on about worshipping the tree one king of trees or something.
This substance is an alkaloid.
Ah.
The same as in the bottle we found in the bushes at Kew Gardens. This cabinet is full of chemicals. They are the same as the ones we found in the laboratory at Kew Gardens.
It can't be that simple though, can it? I mean, this is why I keep getting stuff wrong, isn't it?
That would be enough to perform the most difficult of chemical experiments.
Unless, like, Hamish Macbeth is, like, secretly part of, like, the Divine Syndicate or something.
A vast amount of opium.
I mean, he said earlier someone was lying about knowing why they cleared out that room, and we still haven't actually got to the bottom of that yet, so I'm thinking we've still got stuff to learn. So now we know now that they did definitely steal the deadly plants. So we can say that with certainty. Oh, the Syndicate killed Dunn. Divine Syndicate planned the death of Montague Gunn. They've been involved in a dispute with Dunn over the stolen plants. You can either lure the Grand Mystic to Scotland Yard, the only way to deal with the dangerous criminal who organised exotic plants theft and murdered Montague in cold-blooded revenge, or shelter the Green Grand Mystic in an asylum without notifying Scotland Yard. His opium addiction has affected his sanity and he's been treated accordingly. Well, we're not going to do any of those things yet because I think we still have much to learn. The Green Grand Mystic is a strange character. He has a Chinese tattoo. There is a particular scar on the palm of his left hand, an injury that occurs if one uses unnecessary force with a chemical pipette. He has practiced chemistry, which requires a Cartesian mindset. Okay, well, what else have we got to do? It just says, oh, find the plant that was used to kill Mr. Montague Dunn. I think we want to go... I don't know, because it doesn't say I've got anything to do here. And it says, like, it just says find out who killed Montague Dunn, find the plant that was used to kill Mr. Montague Dunn. Right, I think I want to go back to Kew Gardens, but I don't really know. I'm a bit stumped at the moment over what I'm supposed to be doing here. Like, I don't think I've got everything for this case yet. That doesn't seem right. But at the same time... Although it's seeming like it wants me to make more deductions. Suspicious ingredients. Appeals that the deadly plants, the alkaloid, and the caterpillars are all somehow connected. Suspicious ingredients. Ah, set up the experiment. Set up the alkaloid from a chemical laboratory in the caterpillars and perform experiment with the deadly plants. Okay, so that's given us something else to do. Hold on, I wanted to see if...
Perfect, Watson. We can begin our experiment.
Okay. Alright, so maybe we do need to go back to Baker Street then. Okay. Wow, it's got dark in here. After, like, earlier on when I was, like, completely illuminated by the sunlight, now you can barely see me. Like, hi, I am still here.
Vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask.
Watson's like, I hate my fucking job. Right, so now we're going to find out what plant it is. That's good. Right. Might as well go left to right, I guess.
A prickly plant.
A prickly plant.
A carnivorous plant. This is a strange.
So a
and
prickly,
unusual plant.
a carnivorous, and a strange and unusual. Right. So what do I want to do here?
My word. It shot a spike at me after I stabbed it with a pin. I imagined that its reaction would be ferocious if I increased the strength of my attack.
This is mad. Ooh.
It appears to have fallen inactive after being disturbed.
The thing in the middle is so pretty. This thing here is also, like, it looks cool, but I imagine you don't want something called Diabolica. I imagine you don't want in your house.
No reaction.
Okay. Ah!
How interesting. What a strong and effective defensive mechanism.
Munch.
I find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating.
There is something slightly monstrous about that thing in the middle. Okay, so the other two don't eat the caterpillars, but the middle one will eat them around off anything in its general vicinity. Ah, that makes it close in on itself.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
It'll probably just fucking eat it, won't it? Yep, just eats it.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
But this one? Opens up.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Okay. Aha.
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to a greater extent whilst it is opened, it will reveal a little more. I am interested in what might occur if the prickly plant should shoot at it.
Okay, right, so maybe we want to and then we want to put
It appears to open after being How interesting. I am interested in what might occur if the
how would I get the prickly plant to shoot at it?
My word. I find the behavior.
How do I get it to shoot at it? Oh, Jenkin needs to lift it up. Oh, I can swap them. Okay, hold on. Aha, there we go.
Toxic gas with spores. Extraordinary. The plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the Colonial Collection Room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson.
Sorry.
Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Just getting a light since you can't even see my face. There we go. Ignore me, please. Ignore my big body. Right, so. Sex scheme. The Divine Syndicate left the plants at Kew Gardens in order to murder Montague Dunn at a later date. Or somebody stole the deadly plants before this Divine Syndicate were able to. Okay, so what do we want to do now? Before performing the experiment in the Colonial Collection Room, talk to all suspects about the day of the murder. Okay, right, so we want to go back to Kew Gardens. Do 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 do.
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly, I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Just figured I'd probably have to go back to the Divine Syndicate, won't I?
Highly suspicious.
And ask that guy.
What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious. Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. And I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
It's weird how they keep putting the time in like numbers, but they're saying it in words.
What were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh my God.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon. Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
Dying.
But there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
I don't think any of these times match.
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glasshouse.
I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
Thank you, miss.
Oh, okay.
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
Oh, we don't need to go back to Thing B. Okay. Oh, wait. Hang on. I meant to be in here. Right. Inhaling the spores.
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system.
Ah, they were dropped out of the
The
vent.
caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system.
He's
so that
gonna
they
drop
fall
them on
down.
Watson's head.
Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
The answer to that is yes, he's going to drop them on Watson's head. Think I'm going the right way? Yeah, it's over here.
The power is on.
It's always good.
The engine cannot be started whilst the transmission is active.
Okay.
The engine has started.
Oh.
The ventilation system is working.
Didn't realise what I was doing there. Why is it only glowing to here? And then through here, across here, around here, around here, through here, out here. Ah, right, okay, hold on. then to here.
Now we need to see if we can activate the fans from Mr. Hamish's and Albert's space.
Wait, what? Activate the fans? I don't even remember where their spaces are. Oh my god. Ah, right, okay, hold on.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Ah, right, that's why he said that earlier. I get it. So then he could do...
Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one. We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Where was Albert's room? This isn't it. Ah, right, it was in the seed house.
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room. Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
Oh good, it didn't make me run all the way back.
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these...
The state of them.
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
Okay, so... Hamish's opportunity. Martin Hamish had the opportunity to stimulate the deadly plants in the Colonial Collection Room. As a biologist, he would have understood the technicality of how to do this. The plant combination had to be placed close by the victim and triggered by at the precise moment. Do any of these link? Oh, they do. Albert's lack of experience. Albert's not very good at botany. It's doubtful he could have learned how the plants might release their deadly spores. Albert studies. Albert had the biological knowledge to stimulate deadly plants. He's a bit crap at botany, so I kind of doubt it somehow. What happens if I put... Insect is not involved. Then nothing connects. Oh wait, that's because that, if I change that to... Martin Hamish could be the killer. He had the opportunity to steal the Divine Syndicate's plants and stimulate them from his workplace, directly after he'd locked Montague Dunn inside the Colonial Collection Room. Effect the arrest of Martin Hamish. Oh wait, why can I arrest him rather than like just accuse him? That's like its own thing. That's like giving me like a thing to do.
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
Contact Lestrade in order to have Martin Hamish arrested. Oh, right. That's... okay. Not what I expected. I mean, I feel like it is Martin. But I don't know if that's too obvious, because he's like the first guy you meet, but then that's also the way that Scooby-Doo always worked, so maybe. I don't think it was the Divine Syndicate. I think that just... I just don't really believe it. And I don't think it was Albert. And I don't really think it was Miss White, because she seems to be barely involved in anything at the moment. Like, she just seems to kind of be there. But she doesn't seem to be doing a huge amount of anything. He seems to be the only one that, like, is pissed off enough.
Inspector,
But I've got it wrong
Martin
in all but the
Hamish
last
is
case, so...
guilty of the murder of Montague Dunn.
Aha! I knew it. I'll send the lads around to arrest him.
Very good.
But see, this is the thing, like, it's saying, like, oh, I believe he's thingbait, but it's not just allowing you to just outright accuse him, which is what it did in every other case. Like, it's working differently here, so I'm a bit confused. It hasn't just come up with the thing being like, Martin Hamish is guilty, decide what to do. So I'm wondering where this is going.
Inspector, I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glasshouse. There's no need to hurry.
What is going on here? I'm so confused.
Martin Hamish is... Mr. Holmes?
How?
Holmes, my God.
Yes. We found him like that.
Our messing around with the ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish realized that we knew.
Inspector, could you arrange the body, please? I should like to examine it.
What should we do?
Holmes, don't look at me like that. I don't know what to think about all this.
I honestly didn't expect that to happen. That was... was not a fan